just going to focus on the component of your thesis, which is the methodology. The rest will probably come together over the following semesters. Firstly, it would be nice if you aim to get in touch with somebody who's a native English speaker to help you with your grammatical construction. Your ideas are good though, and I don't think you need to worry about your English language being the difference between passing and failing. I think you will be okay with that. Firstly, I'd like to say you've got too many objectives to your research. You should aim to get that down to one. You can have some sub-objectives, but having 4 objectives of the research is a bit more than I would expect even in a PhD. So scope needs to be brought back into something which is manageable and achievable. I would also like you to think about your conceptual framework, because again, you've got far too many things in there, and I'm not sure you can actually assess things like cognitive processing and central and peripheral root processing, given the nature of your research. So the other way of looking at variables is they are things that can be varied. So for example, you have moderating variables as individual characteristics, so age, gender, are not variable in the sense that you can vary them. Prior experience with TikTok can be variable because you can run a trial that is around that. So you probably do need to more deeply understand variables, and you need to bring your conceptual frame back to something which is manageable. And I would suspect that that's only 1 or 2 variables, not what you currently have, which is probably, by the time you unpacked things like purchasing behaviour, could easily be 100 different variables of things you're looking at. So you do need to stop being an overachiever and bring that back to manageable proportions. So again, you've got 4 research questions. I would like you to figure out just one. So not having the relationship between advertising on TikTok and young adults brand loyalty. That's a completely different question to how advertising on TikTok affects young adults purchasing behaviour. So choose one and deal with it accordingly. Question 4, for example, I have read a paper about that on Friday, and so that's been done. I don't know that you actually need to do that again. And how do people perceive and respond to TikTok's marketing messages? If you did a broader literature review, you would actually know the answer to that question as well. I don't know that you need to do primary research to answer any of these research questions. But if you choose one of them, choose the one that most interests you, and then think about it from there. I would think you are going to struggle to achieve a comprehensive list of TikTok users within the age group. And I don't know what you mean by data mining techniques. I would think you're really going to struggle with that because unless you're working for an advertising agency that has a list, you're not going to get data mining techniques ethically, and confidentiality and privacy laws will prevent you from doing that. So I like the idea of systematic random sampling, but I don't think that's going to work. And again, you've got a whole lot of things in here, and I'm not convinced that it's feasible in the time frame. So I think you need to go back to the drawing board and rethink most of what you've done and stop being an overachiever. One question, one data collection method that can be achieved within 4 weeks and within your current available resources are the things that you need to be focusing on.